The decline of the platform formerly known as Twitter continues, as Elon Musk will now start charging new users $1 a year to tweet, and may ultimately roll that out with the plan to charge every Twitter user if they want to send tweets or send retweets. Let's talk about what's going on, and then I want to give some more general thoughts on how my views on these social platforms have changed since the decline of Twitter started. The Daily Beast reports Elon Musk's Twitter rolls out plan to charge users $1 a year. X, formerly known as Twitter, is testing a program that would charge users an annual fee to post, reply, like, and use a host of other key features, it confirmed in a post in its help center. The platform is rolling out a test version of the program called Not a Bot. It will cost new users in New Zealand and the Philippines $1 a year. It went live yesterday. The company said, quote, Elon Musk said, it's the only way to fight bots without blocking real users. This won't stop bots completely, but it'll be 1,000 times harder to manipulate the platform. The plan is a follow-through of one of Musk's ideas from last month when he said X was moving to a small monthly payment for use of the platform. You can also find a post from Twitter support saying it was developed to bolster their efforts to reduce spam and bot activity. And then you can also read about the so-called Not a Bot system, I guess, which they are indeed testing in 2 countries. It also, by the way, notes that the $1 annual fee will vary by country and currency. So it's $1 USD equivalent, which is 143 in New Zealand dollars and 42 of the Filipino currency. Okay, so a couple different things here. Number one, if Twitter moves to start charging every American user $1 a year, it will be the death of the platform. This platform has already declined significantly. Activity is down. Ad dollars are down. Respect for the platform is down. It's an increasingly unusable platform. The For You feed just riddled with agit trash, as I like to call it. But let me talk about one of the things I've realized since this Twitter fiasco started. Naturally, I have been spending less and less time on Twitter, on X. And there's a very interesting piece about how NPR left Twitter, some particular NPR affiliate, and essentially there was no downside. There was the belief that Twitter must be driving a ton of the traffic to our website, to our podcasts, to our stories, etc. And there was a negligible, close to zero effect of that NPR affiliate, I believe it was, or maybe NPR Big Picture, leaving Twitter. And similarly, because of what's been going on Twitter, I have just reduced my social media time dramatically. I'm spending very little time on Twitter, very little time on Facebook, very little time on Threads or any of those sorts of platforms, Instagram. And the show is growing as fast as ever. Now, you could argue, well, that's because we're getting closer to an election. This is when shows grow. Fine. But certainly we don't seem to be experiencing a reduction in growth as a result of opting out of some of these platforms. And I also am feeling, this is feelings, not facts, but this is where feelings actually do matter more than facts. I am feeling much less agitated about stories that are not clearly defined. And when you look at platforms like Twitter, I mean, the hospital bombing in Gaza yesterday is the perfect example. Initially, endless reports of Israel did it and killed 500, 700, 900 people. Then all of a sudden, Israel denies it. Video comes out that makes it seem as though the rockets actually came from within Gaza. It's a very uncertain situation. Rather than following all of this in real time and spending time having to wade through certain comments that claim to provide certainty but really don't, this morning, I actually looked at news reporting about the event, learned about the reporting that was initially done, how it changed, and it took me 5 minutes to figure out stuff I might have been chasing on Twitter with unreliable sources the entire afternoon and evening last night. And so I'm also finding if there is a real blessing in disguise here to the humiliation of what has happened on Twitter, which is that a lot of things actually function way better when we take a breath especially when there's no action, right? I mean, like there's no action that any of us as individuals can take with regard to some of these things, and figure out the next day or 2 days later what actually happened. And this is really the existential risk for Twitter, which is as they take all of these steps that end up dissuading users from participating, making them pay, taking away verification, taking away article previews so you just see the picture, all these different things, you might actually inform people that maybe spending so much time on Twitter to begin with really isn't that great of a thing. And folks like Cal Newport and Jonathan Haidt and others have, of course, been writing about this for a long time. So we'll see if ultimately Twitter starts charging $1 a year. If that's the case, as I said, I wasn't going to pay to keep my verification. I haven't done it, haven't looked back. It's a great decision. I don't plan to pay $1 a year to continue tweeting. And that'll just be the end of my tweeting if that happens. And you know what? It might just be a blessing in disguise. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment. We'll post this clip to all of our platforms. And whichever platform you like best, you can respond and let me know your thoughts.